Welcome back to another episode here on the Sideline Sitdown. I'm Billy Watson, joined today by most of Fully Loaded today. Carla Ariana, Cecilia Lopez, Victoria Maldonado, Kristen Maldonado, Maya Zavala, Christy Alanis, Alexia Hernandez, Erica Cortez, and Carolina Carvajal. How we doing, everybody?
Good.
I know everyone decided to go home either Sunday or Monday. How did you guys? How was everyone's day back? It was a long weekend. What was your first thing you did when you get home?
Showered.
Shower, good.
Yeah. I showered and knocked out.
Sleep a lot.
Definitely feel that. Let's talk about a lot about your guys' weekend, guys. Obviously we didn't get to see you guys in pool play, but it didn't turn out like the start of the weekend you guys had hoped for, losing and then tying a game. But talk about those first two games. It wasn't the overall start y'all wanted after actually winning y'all's last tournament. So what were y'all feeling after those first two pool games? I guess we'll start with Carla.
So I actually missed the first pool game. We had gotten into a little accident on the way to the tournament, so I missed the first game. But the second game, it was a good fight. I mean, we held them the whole game. They held us. It was a good fight. So although like that wasn't the start that we wanted to the tournament, I still feel like it was good because it opened up our eyes. Like, okay, these teams are better. Like, it is going to be a tougher tournament. So.
Exactly, and let's go to Erica. She was also the other pitcher in the circle in pool play, and Cecilia as well. Erica, how did you think you guys did in pool play?
I think we kind of got off to a rocky start in the beginning. We weren't like really bringing the energy that we should have, but I mean, overall throughout the weekend, we got better with our energy and we placed fourth. Like that's pretty good. It's really good.
And Cecilia, you and Carolina were actually the two of the add-ons that you guys had added on for this past tournament. Talk about you were in that circle your first game. It was obviously your first game with Fully Loaded. I'm guessing in a while. I don't know the history with you, but how was that first game with you? I know you guys lost that game, but how comfortable were you, and what did you see that game?
Okay, so I grew up with most of the girls, so like to be on the field with them again, like it was really fun. We kind of started off rocky. Our sticks weren't doing as hot as we wanted them to be, but along the weekend, like we really picked it up. It was good to be back on the field with them.
Yeah. Definitely, and you guys actually had that forfeit on the Friday. You guys got to sleep in, so I'm guessing that kind of helped y'all because you had the long day. Not Alex, or why is that?
No, well, most of us were like kind of hyped that we had this super long break, and I guess we got a little, I guess like, yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't know. We just got like real comfortable, so we didn't go in hot with our first bracket game, so that long break didn't help us at all.
And is that true? Let's go to God with the team as well. Kind of a big way, but what did you think after the first couple games with this?
The energy was just really off. Like, I don't know, we started really slow, like all of us. Like, I guess we were super tired. I don't know why we were super tired. Like, no one was like talking or anything, and it was just like none of us were hitting either. Or like, oh, this is not how we play. We're like, okay, we'll do better tomorrow. But then we had that long break.
Then actually heading into Saturday, you guys had pretty much you had a little pressure on you, and I think you guys weren't used to that because you guys had won a lot of games at the other tournament. Heading into that first game, talk about what expectation you guys had on that Saturday. You guys had 4 to win that day. Did you guys think you guys could have done that? Anyone can start.
Repeat it, please.
Yeah.
Wait, someone's still staticky. Like hard to hear.
Erica, mute yours really quickly. I think it might be yours. Is that work? Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question was, talk about what expectations you guys had. Obviously, it's not the great start you wanted, but you had 4 games to win on Saturday. What were you guys thinking heading into that?
I feel like, wait, who's going?
Go ahead, Christy.
Okay, I feel like we had to like I know like we always take the like win easy, we can like lose easy. So like starting off with like the loss, I guess going into Saturday, we knew like we had to bring our like we had to be on.
Mm-hmm. I think kind of like I agree with Christy. Like we usually always get ourselves into trouble, and we like to take the harder route. I guess we like to play more games or something, but it usually always happens like that. Like we never just win out. Like, well, we do sometimes, but we always like to take the harder route.
Anybody else want to add to that?
No.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah. So actually, that first game is what got y'all started. Let me go back to that really quickly. I have that list here of how y'all did. This might be a little quiet. What was that first game? It was against
Pro form.
Proform. That's right. And it was A&E Gold, correct? That was the first game that you guys lost in bracket play, 8-0. Then you headed into Saturday's double elimination and won 15-5. After that game. So how'd you feel? Go ahead.
Oh, nothing. I didn't say anything.
Okay. It's just it's a little staticky still, but all right, but you're good. But how did you feel after that game? It definitely got y'all a win in the win column finally. What did it feel? How did that feel to get a win? Especially it was 15-5. So how did that feel heading into that after that game?
I think it really gave us our confidence back, and we knew like, okay, when our sticks are on, we're on, like we have it. So I think that game really like gave us a little spark of energy to keep going and helped us out throughout the day.
And Carla, I think you were pitching in that one, right? Or was it Erica? How did you feel in that one? It was you or Erica?
Me.
Okay. Yeah. So how did you feel in that one? I think I was really impressed with you in the circle more than Erica, because I know how good Erica is. But with you, you got more and more confidence as the day grew on. Was that kind of the starting point where your confidence gained?
Well, I always feel really confident when I'm pitching with this team because I know that my defense has my back no matter what I put them through and no matter what situations I get them into. So I really always feel confident when I'm in the circle with them. But I feel like after that game, I was like, okay, when our sticks come through, like it's less pressure on me and I can just relax and just do what I do. So I think that game just really helped ease my nerves a little. And
then Erica had the next game in her hands. You guys won 6-0 over the hit 18U Futures. And then we started getting a little bit more tense with these next 2 games. And me and Kevin can attest to this, how crazy these games were. And like you said, Carla, it's you guys for some reason like to get down and start to come back up. Even Gato said this in one of our interviews, but how crazy was that game? It went down to the extra innings or the ITBs or whatever they're called. Talk about the intensity of that game and what you guys were feeling during those last few minutes.
Against it?
It was the
Is that the first
Coyote?
Oh, those Coyote
that
game. That was our first game, right? On Saturday?
No, wasn't it the game before Heat?
Yeah, I don't think we went to ITB for that one though. Like I think we just won by 1.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, you're right. It was just the top half as time expired. You're right. It was 6-5 against hits 18 gold.
Yeah, the 6-5 didn't like someone hit a homer and then like we walked off and ooh.
Gato hit a home run.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was cool.
Now it's funny though because I was actually talking to her before that game, and she was actually saying, you know what? I was telling her, it might come down to you because all the lineups were going in and no one was hitting, and I think there was 2 outs or something, and then she was like, I'm gonna get it. She goes up and sure enough, she hits that 3-run shot. Gato, talk about that at bat. You kind of called it there. I messaged you at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's because I was kind of doing slow like all the days before. Like I was getting base hits, but like I wasn't satisfied with them. So I was like, I have to get something big. Like I have to do something right. And I think we did have 2 outs in that one. And I remember telling Chrissy all the time, like it's always the bottom of the lineup when it's the end of the game. Like why? Like why us? Yeah, I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna hit. Like I wasn't planning on hitting it out. I was just like, I just need a base hit because there was already 2 runs on base. So I was like, we just need a base hit so it won't all land on me. But I guess it did.
She was like, I'll just do it.
It was a good outcome, so I guess it's okay that it landed on me.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I was next to Victoria, and then she hit it, and then everyone just like ran out there. I was like, oh my goodness, that was crazy. So then y'all headed. Was that the third game? That was the third game.
Yeah.
Talk about that fourth game. You guys actually headed up into a game against RGV Heat, and I was so mad at Kevin because I was like, man, we could have broadcasted this. And the one time y'all actually play each other, little rivalry there, you guys actually played. Talk about that game, even more confidence you guys grew. Gato hit another home run. You guys ended up winning 11-1. Talk about that game. It kind of even got more of your energy up, even though it was the last game of the day.
I think that game we really wanted to win. So I think I don't know if anyone else wants to say something.
With that
Yeah. Okay, Alex, go.
With that game, that was probably the most hypest game that we've played. Obviously because there's been history with Heat, and I guess it was like it was basically like getting our bragging rights. So we just wanted to go in hitting on all of our cylinders and stuff. So we did not want to mess up. Like we all wanted that game super bad.
I think the last time we played in this tournament, I think we both had a loss or something, and we played him also at the last tournament.
Oh, wow.
The last time we went to that tournament.
Dang, that's crazy.
We all know how that went.
That's crazy.
Chrissy, what did you think? You were always somehow in those weird positions as leadoff batter. How did you feel in some of those games, especially when you had some of those runs, kind of depending on you?
I felt like we were all doing really good hitting. So, I mean, I guess when it was my turn to hit, I had to do my job as well, especially as a leadoff. So, I mean, I try to stay calm, like at the plate, and do what I could for my team. So.
And then Erica actually had a really good game pitching that game, and it started to rain. That was kind of crazy too, how it started to rain too. I got that really good picture of Erica in the rain. You had the little raindrops in the background. Erica, talk about that game. You did really well in the circle, and you pitched a 1-run shutout.
That game, like everybody said, it's a rivalry between us. There's personal stuff between us, and we just gave it our all. We wanted it really bad, and we just all pulled through as a team. And I threw my heart out, and the defense backed me up, and offense as well. We were hitting the ball.
Absolutely. And then after that day, after getting those 4 wins, I think it was Coach Maldonado who was really surprised. He had said before the day, he's like, man, we got to get 4 wins. This is going to be crazy. Sure enough, y'all did it. And that was I got to say, one of the craziest days I've ever seen in softball, because I don't watch a lot of softball. But that was crazy to see y'all actually get those wins. And you guys had a lot of momentum heading into Sunday. And so heading into Sunday, you guys played Coyotes to start it off. Another really good team. And again, you guys fell to a slow start. And then this time, instead of Gatto's home runs, it was Ceci's timely batting. So Cecilia, talk about the clutchness you had coming into that game, and you were able to put the ball in the right spot. And I want to say a lot of those runs were off Maya because she kept coming in for either Erica or Carla. And Maya was just always getting across the plate at a lot of those runs.
Yeah, I should have worn my watch so I can get my
Well, the previous days, like I wasn't hitting as hot as I know I could have. So coming in Sunday, like I just wanted to get the base hits. I wanted to bring in runs because I know like this, like we need to keep fighting. And every at bat, like I got put in that situation where like I had to come through. So I think it was that first game that I had a full count. We had 2 outs and we were down by 2. So I was like, okay, like hit Oppo, I'll bring him in. So that was my mindset. And then I did it and I was like, okay, good. Like I did what I had to do.
Yeah, it was even more crazy. The full count, the 2 outs, and then you guys had the lead out the game. The lead. I can't say what it means to take the lead. Kevin always says that to me. It's you know what I mean. Where the runner takes the lead and then she goes from third. You know, I can't forget on my terms. But yeah, Cecilia, and then again you did it in the next game too. I can't remember the name of the. Let me go to my notes again. It was.
I think it was Glory.
Glory, yes, it was. That was a 3-2 win.
Again,
that one was the walk-off single you had.
Yeah. Well, again, like I heard this parent's like, right now, like you do it again. I was like, I have to do this again. So, and I turned and saw Alex at third, and I was like, okay, like yeah, all I have to do is bring her in, base hit. And I had 2 strikes on me, so I was like, okay, like no chasing balls, like I can't do this. So it was a change up. I don't like change up, so I was like, okay, hold your hand, hold back. And sure enough, I just touched the ball and ball game.
Yeah, and then that was one of those moments where Alexia was super hyped. I got one of her when she was doing let's go. So that was really cool. And then
I was hyped every game. Come on, man. It's that fully loaded magic.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria, you had a little thing with your knee. How's the knee feeling?
A lot better.
Overreacted. Kidding.
Oh. Because I went to on Monday, since it didn't work, I went to the people who check your knee.
The orthopedic.
And everything's fine. I just overstretched it.
Okay, yeah. We had a little bit of scare there. I was like, oh shoot, that's not good. But yeah, did you think that you could play again, or the coaches were just telling you, let's better sit you out?
I wanted to hit a homer, not gonna lie. I wanted a shirt. But they were like, don't risk it. And I was like, okay, because whatever. But I couldn't risk it. So it's whatever.
I given it my knee brace. You could have done it.
I feel like if I would have helped Alex catching, because on Sunday she catched every game, basically. I feel like I contributed, we would have made the championship.
All right.
Okay, yeah. Wait. Before we go, I have to get back to work. So I love you guys. We did very, very good this weekend. I'm very proud of y'all.
Love you, Vic.
Have a good day.
How do I leave this? Oh, bye, yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Well, that was sad. Okay. Well, if you're just tuning in, this is fully loaded. They're coming off their 4th place finish at Southern Nationals. I want to take a chance and thank a couple sponsors as well. The Joe Campos Insurance Agency for helping sponsor our trip out there, as well as the concession stand in Santa Rosa. Check those guys out, as well as your insurance needs at Joe Campos Insurance Agency. Now, guys, we're at Sunday, and early start. You guys, like I said, you guys got those first 2 wins off of well-needed timely hits. And then you guys get to these Texas Glory teams. You beat that first one, and then you have to the second one. Was there a different vibe facing this Texas Glory team? I know when I saw them, and again, when you see one team once and you see the same team, it's kind of like, okay, that was their JV team, or I don't know what you guys think of that, but what was the mindset heading into that next game? You guys, I think, had 7 games. I think you had to win, and we're only at game number 3 or 4. Where was the gas in the tank at that point?
Well, I think seeing the first team that we saw that day on Sunday, there were a bunch of bigger hitters and like bigger girls, and then the Glory teams have a bunch of smaller, quicker girls, and so that change was we had to adjust to that quick, and then seeing their younger team and then seeing the other team, that was hard too, and we were tired, but we knew like we had to keep going and just give it what else we give it everything that we had left.
Yeah. I asked this to Chaos as well, but whenever you guys were heading up to bat, I'd always look at the other pitcher, and this is something I always thought of, and I don't know if you guys watched the other show, but this is what I thought. Whenever I saw their pitcher and she pitched in her warm-up, I was like, oh, wow, like that pitch was really fast. Is it just because I'm like a newbie to softball, or is that kind of like what y'all think about pitchers as well when you scout them out? Like, oh darn, they're pitching fast, or what do you guys think? Christy, you're the leadoff batter. What did you think when you first go up to the bat?
I usually try to speed like when I'm warming up, but I mean being in the box and then like outside, it's kind of different. I feel like sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's not. So, I mean, usually when it's like my first at bat, like of the game, I'll let some pitches go so I can catch the speed. But I mean, other than that, like whether like I'm safer out that at bat, I try to go back into the dugout and like tell my the other girls, of course, like how she is and like her speed and everything. So, and like where to stand in the box or yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's pretty.
I'm like always asking Christy, is she fast? Slow? Like, talk to me.
You know, every time I get in the dugout, everyone's like, "Is she fast? Is she fast?" That's what we like worry about more. I guess catching speed. So, I mean, I think we did good overall. So yeah.
I wanted to mention also, Kristen, you had a little bit of a slump going on. I know you had hit a lot of RBIs in the other tournament, and your timely hitting was really good as well. They weren't deep shots or anything, but you put the ball in the right place. I forget what game it was too, but you were inches away from hitting a home run.
Walk off.
Yeah, over the walk, almost. Yeah, that's right. It was almost a walk off. What were you feeling as you swung that bat and the ball was heading out to the outfield?
I thought it was gone, and I was like mad that it was not gone. I was so mad. I really wanted a shirt. But obviously, yeah, that was on my mind.
Weight room.
What?
Weight room. You gotta get your lifting in.
No, yeah, it was definitely a big shot, and you were able to bring in a couple runs, and I think that was probably the part where you tied it, or you guys took the lead, and then I think it was Erica that was able to close it out at the end. Finally, heading into that Louisiana Bomber game, obviously it's in their name. Talk about that game. It was a tough one. It was a grinder. You guys held your stance for a while. What led up? I know it was those deep shots, and man, they were pretty deep. They went further. I think they were in between the baseball and the softball fence. But talk about that game and what were you guys feeling at that point? Let's hear from Maya and Ceci. I know you guys haven't talked much.
I feel like I feel like we were all just more drained than like tired, like than just giving up. Like we weren't ready to give up, but I know most of us are really, really like already tired from the day before. I know Alex was drained. Cameron had to come in and catch that game. So yeah, we were all like proud of ourselves that we made it this far, but I know a lot of us thought and knew we should have gone further.
Yeah, honestly, to back up what Ceci said, like obviously, like we all wanted to win, like the championship, like that was our main goal, but we were just tired, and like I guess our mentalness like took over, so we ended up just
It was definitely tough. No, you gotta. I think you gotta give credit to that team. Like they were pretty good, and it was crazy because they were a young squad. So, and even them being from Louisiana, it was really good. And you guys competed really well against them. It's just the way the ball drops. And what did you think, Otto? I know you were wanting another home run later on or something to bring in some runs again. What were you thinking during that game?
I don't know, that game, like I thought we had it at the beginning. I was like, it's just gonna be those games where we start off slow, and then at the end, like everyone always says that we always come back at the end. I thought it was gonna be kind of something like that, but they had some good shots. Like that one home run that 14-year-old hit, it was nowhere close to the.
That's crazy.
Like it was so far. Like Kristen had no way of getting that. Like it was.
Mm-mm.
I was like, and they hit that other shot. I think in between me and Christy, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be tough to come back from these two. But I don't know. I think we were just tired already.
So fourth place isn't too bad, honestly, after starting off 0-2 pretty much, after tying and losing one. What did you guys what does that say about you guys' competitiveness, starting off slow, finishing fourth place, especially in one of your last tournaments?
Okay, well, I think that kind of not always happens to us, but we always end up having to play more games or coming back from the losers bracket because we just slack at the beginning. And we have this thing called fully loaded magic. It's been said a few times, but we always use it, and I guess kind of just ran out this last tournament. But I know we could have done better, but I think fourth isn't that bad because of the start that we had. So I don't know.
Alex, do you agree with that? I know you're shaking your head a little bit.
I always shake my head. Well, yeah. I guess like this just proves that we played with all of our heart. Like we left everything out there, being that this was our last tournament together as fully loaded. We just left it all out there, and yeah, pretty much.
What was the coaches, the post game coaches talk like for y'all? I don't think I saw many tears, but what were you guys feeling inside? I kind of got a little bit emotional too. I don't know why I do that. It puts me back in my days because I lost in the first round in basketball, but that's not relevant. But what were you guys feeling? It's got to be a tough position to be in.
Mm-hmm. I feel like really sad. I mean, I don't think it hit us right away because like I know it didn't me, but I mean like playing with each other for so long and then like it ending like that, and then the coaches like talking to us and them them getting sad too. I mean, it was kind of so I mean overall it was like hang out, so it's okay.
Mm-hmm. It was sad because it's the end of fully loaded. Like that's where we're leaving it. We have no younger teams. It's just us. We're not an organization. We're just a team. It's sad because it's our last time playing together, but I guess it wasn't too bad because I know it's not our last time hanging out and being our fully loaded family. So it wasn't that bad. It was just sad because it's our last time playing together, and I don't think we got the outcome that we deserved or that we could have gotten. We should have gotten, but so it was just sad.
It didn't really hit me until I got home. Like it was embarrassing, but I cried in the shower. And I was just like, wow, like they're all leaving, they're all in college, and I have to go find another team now. And I was just like very sad that night. But I'm still good to see you all, so it's fine.
For you, Maya?
Yeah, like everybody else hit me like as it ended, but my dad had started talking and he said that like for us we've been playing with each other at least half our lives. So like we're 20, we started or like 19, we started playing with each other most of us when we were like 9, so 10 years more than. So just to see it like I don't know, like starting tearing up right now talking about it because it's still hasn't hit me fully, but yeah, it's pretty sad.
What about for you, Caro and Ceci? You guys come in and help this team out in a really big way. It was Ceci's like again timely hitting, and then Gatto with the 2 home runs in the last 2 couple games on Saturday. What did it mean for you guys to help out Fully Loaded?
Yeah, well, like
Well,
I really
oh.
like,
Go.
I didn't know any of the girls like at first, like just Alex. And I remember just telling her like, "Hey, like my team's not playing right now, and like I'm gonna go up there, and I can't just go like with no games." So I was like, just like tell me if you guys need any help. And she called me like days later, and she was like, "Hey, can you come?" And I was like my parents weren't really letting me play, but I convinced them. Like I convinced them like I need to go play. And at first, like I really didn't talk to any of them. Like slowly, like one by one, like they each come and like I'd have like little conversations here and there. So, like I like even like it ending, like I felt it with them. Like I felt like that. Like they've been playing like together all their life, like just for it to like just end like that. And I know they'll like their parents and everything, but like it's still sad. Like being on the field is different. Like it's a different kind of bond with everyone. But I mean, I don't know. I think it was good.
And for you, Ceci?
Well, I started playing with most of them like my first travel team. So to be a part of their last like tournament ever in travel ball, like that actually meant a lot to me. And my timely hits, like I'm glad I was able to help them because I wanted all of us to continue on in the tournament and like to do that and be such a big part of this tournament, like that meant a lot to me.
Definitely. And it's kind of this really isn't the end of you guys' softball career, obviously, because all of y'all are gonna keep playing. Kristen, I'm sure you'll end up finding a college that'll want you, but you'll have another year in high school to go. Everyone here is playing in college right now, or going to be playing in college. So what's that feeling like? I know everyone has their own specific one. I'll start with let's go with Alex. I know you're heading to Prairie View A&M. You got a lot of you got some other Valley athletes there as well, like Bianca Cruz, someone from San Benito. I can't remember the top. Gotti Cisneros, that's her name. What is that like? You're going to be playing with some Valley athletes as well when you're going up to Prairie View A&M.
I'm actually pretty hyped to go and know that there's locals there that I actually know and I could talk to. And I'm actually pretty happy that Gabby is staying there for 1 more year so I could learn from her and like pick up anything that will help me and my game. So I'm just excited to open up this new chapter and well, yeah, let's bring it.
Christy, you kind of have a similar story. There's quite a few people going to A&M International. Even Gatto's going there next year as well. What's that going to be like for you? You guys have a lot of players. Victoria there as well. Miranda Martinez from Rio Hondo as well. Again, just trying to back up what Alex said. What's that connection like having Valley players there?
I feel like being there with players, it makes you feel a lot more comfortable and, not so nervous when you start playing or like you're trying out whatever. But I feel like having other girls around you, of course, like you're playing together, but just in general, I guess getting to have the college experience together makes it real fun. So I'm excited for everyone to go to TAMU and then, some girls from Fully Loaded and then others from the Valley. So I'm excited. It should be fun.
Is that the same thing to you, Gatto? You're going to be heading there up there as a freshman as well, and then you're weeks away, just like everybody else, from going up there.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like I had always like heard of like the Wolverine girls going up there because I played there. So I knew they played up there, but I was like, I really don't know them. Like I wonder how it's gonna be and everything. And I went up there and I met 2 incoming freshmen as well, like 2 new ones. So I was like, okay, so I already have them, like I know them. And then I started playing with Christy and with Victoria, and like that it made it even easier. Like I could go up there and I already know more people, and I know there's like girls from Heat as well going up there, and I was like, it's just like Valley people, like it's okay, like I have them up there if I don't have any other.
Maya, you're going to be heading into your second season at Texas State. What are some things you've learned at the Division I level, playing just down the highway from Erica at UTSA? What have you learned so far after 1 year in collegiate softball?
There's gonna be competition no matter what. Like honestly, like there's like really no days off, because when you're not working, someone else is gonna be working to get to the position where you want to be. So it's like a little like that's a little advice. But yeah, that's pretty much what I mean. I've learned a lot, but I can't like think of it right now.
To Erica, you got a lot of stuff on your hands right now. I know you were talking about going to Florida or potentially going to A&M International. Where are you at right now? I'm pretty sure you have an interesting choice to make in a few weeks.
Yeah, but I haven't made a decision. Still thinking. I love my friends, so that's kind of like hard to decide. So haven't really thought about it. I try not to think about it too much because it's just very hard. It's hard.
And kind of similar question to Maya. What have you learned at the Division I level? It's competition no matter what at any level in collegiate softball. But how did you enjoy your first year at UTSA?
I enjoyed it. It was fun. The coaches, when I got there, I got injured during the things that we were doing, and I was out for a while, and then back. I had to prove myself in pitching, and sure enough, I did. Worked hard, proved myself, got a spot, and couldn't be happier with it.
Carla, you're at Coastal Bend. I know we all talked about this last week. Again, same question. How have you liked your time at Coastal Bend, and what have you learned there?
I really enjoy playing for Coastal Bend and going to school there. It's really nice because I have Jalissa, so I went with a friend, and I've learned that, well, kind of what Maya was saying, that there's competition everywhere, and like all of us were the best at our high school, and going over there, like all those people were the best at their high school, and I don't know, really you just have to work hard and don't be complacent like with where you're at. Like don't be okay with it. Like keep working to be better and get better.
Sweet. And Cecilia, you're going to be going to McLennan, is that right?
Yes.
How did they reach out to you? What was that recruiting process like with them?
Well, last summer I had gone to a softball camp over there, and that was the first time I ever met the coaches. I ever went to the campus, and I fell in love with them. I fell in love with the campus. And after the camp, they talked to me, and that's where he offered me. So I had time to think about it, and I came to the conclusion that I wanted to go there because I know like if I want to go play D1, I know that school is really, really going to help me get to where I want to be and help me develop as a player. But I'm the only Valley girl, so that's a little intimidating. I'm going in not knowing anyone. Well, now I know like my roommates and the girls, but it's still nervous not knowing anyone personally that I grew up with. So that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about.
And finally, Kristen, you're going to be heading into your senior year at Eastview. What are some expectations you have for your last year over there?
Just have fun, get committed. Have a really great senior year. I hope I have a senior year. Just have fun with my girls again. Yeah.
Definitely. And speaking of fun, I know you guys had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun enjoy covering you guys. You gave me a softball fever, as Kevin said. It was pretty fun to witness all that. before we wrap up, guys, are there any shout outs you guys want to give of friends or family?
Shout out to Coach Alex, me and Carla's pitching coach. He's number one in the valley. Give it to him, guys.
Anybody else?
Shout out, of course, to Coach Andrew,
Yeah.
Rowdy, Coach Juan, partner, Nick, and pretty much all the coaches that have ever helped Fully Loaded, Coach Chavez,
Coach Hassel.
everything. Oh yeah, Coach Hassel. Guys, so we love you all. So yeah.
Good stuff. Well, it was a pleasure having you guys on. It was a pleasure covering you guys for the past couple of weekends. That's going to wrap up our show with Fully Loaded, everybody. Coming up at 7 o'clock will be RGV Heat, wrapping up our Wednesday slate. Again, this is Carla Arellano, Carolina Carvajal, Cecilia Lopez, Christy Alanis, Erica Cortez, Kristen Maldonado, and Victoria Maldonado. She was back at work. Alexia Hernandez and Maya Zavala. Thank you guys for joining us, and thank you for letting us cover you guys, and good luck and stay safe.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for going out too.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers, guys.